Hello everyone, how's it going? Your boy Skilled Fawn, and today we're doing Dark Souls Challenge Run, and I'm pretty excited to share with you guys the Soul Level 1 run. So, I'm going to be choosing Pyromancer because that's the only Soul Level 1 starting class. Similar to in Demon Souls, there's the um, spellcaster guy, the sorcerer. So the rules for this are soul level 1. Um, I can use any buffs, so resins or magic. I must defeat all the bosses and beat the game. And lastly is glitches and or exploits are allowed. So yeah, let's jump straight on into the game. We're gonna start in the Undead Asylum, grab the key. We're gonna make our way over to the demon boss. And I actually found, uh, which I guess makes sense, but I found that Soul Level 1 early game was just way easier than Daggers, but then Daggers was way easier late game. I did that run. But I was obviously leveling up. But anyways, I go and I grab both the clubs, the regular one and the spiked one. Spiked one is good because it does bleed damage, and the demons are very weak to bleed. It's very worthwhile. And I also get a stagger or two in there. But yeah, Taurus Demon way quicker than when I did it with daggers. So another boss goes down, and we're gonna be making our way down towards the depths, but not for taking down Capra. I used a few fire bombs to try and lob them over and kill the dogs. I was only able to kill one, but that was still a big improvement. Help. Yeah, I'm just gonna be taking it a bit slow with most of the bosses, and a lot of these early game bosses, they have just very slow moves in general, so you can just bait them out and then go in for a hit. And yeah, Capra Demon goes down. Easy, easy. And then yeah, we're gonna get the Fap ring next. And yeah, most bosses and like early Soulsborne games, I'm gonna fight without the lock on. There's very few times I will use it. Because it does have its uses, but I actually do not like locking on these early games. I think Elden Ring and some of the other games where you can run while you're locked on is fine. But I mean, it's old, so you know it's a bit primitive. They were still learning what they were doing. But yeah, we got one of the gargoyles down very quickly. Gonna buff up again shortly and just go to town on him. And yeah, insane damage with like barely any upgrades on the weapon and like no extra rings or anything. We get the first bell, we're gonna make our way, grab the Fap ring, and I believe we're gonna head down to the Gaping Dragon. Oh wait, no, we go to Blight Town first, and then shortly after I go to Gaping Dragon. But yeah, Quelaag is uh, pretty easy, but she's got a decent chunk of health for a early game boss. And I ended up getting hit like a few times when I was like in the area where you like first walk into her fight. It's a bit elevated, and her sword attacks usually don't hit you if you just stand to the right of her. and it would just would keep hitting me. Okay, eventually I get her really low, but I'm also pretty weak. Just like one tap of anything. So I wanted to play it a bit more cautiously. I wait for that second attack to go through before I start hitting, just so I know that I'm safe and get hit. And she goes down 6 feet under. Nothing's gonna bring her back. No pyromancy, no witchcraft. Yeah, the second bell's rung, so we're gonna, after Ceaseless, head on into Sens. But you know, we're gonna take out most of the bosses before we go to Sens and in Orlando, especially Pinwheel. Pinwheel is, I think, a necessary before you go to an Orlando. Unless like you have like a really high damaging weapon for Onus and you're just like really clean at their fight. Um, I don't know. I definitely still struggle with ONS. I need all the heals I can get. Yeah, we're gonna equip a shield. Moonlight's like not barely any health, but um it'll give me a pretty useful ember. Yeah, Nito, like, just his arena can be so tough. It's frustrating. Especially if you get the big skeletons in the mix. They can wreck your stuff in. Stray Demons, our next boss. One, as I mentioned, take out all the bosses before an Orlando. Because usually, once I'm in an Orlando, I won't head back till I've beaten ONS. And I always have a PTSD from the Fists Only, where I'm like basically like stuck on that boss. Want to make sure I get all the goodies before I head up to them. And yeah, this is one goodie that I need. Uh, you know, some souls, which is nice, but they'll just be used for merchants. But also the doll, and yeah, that'll get us to Priscilla. So yeah, before I fought the Gaping Dragon, I went, grabbed the large ember, and now I can get my weapons up to +10. And usually what I'll do with Gaping Dragon is just swap between his head, tail, and I'll just run away, try not to get hit. Yeah, the very weird shaped dragon goes down. Very cool, but very weird. The grass crest shield, just more stamina regen, very nice, very helpful. And onto the journey to the catacombs. As I mentioned, I just like really I mean, I wouldn't say need, but like I would definitely prefer having it. Just all the extra heals and stuff for ONS and all the other bosses early on. Or I guess early to mid game, but yeah, so Pinwheel is the next one. This will give us the red kindling. And Pinwheel most runs is quite laughable. No different in this run. And I was quite happy with the end result. I get a kill, and I probably get the best mask, I think, for this run, which was the Mask of the Mother. This is going to give me slightly extra health. And you may say, like, oh, like, what's, just a little bit of health going to do? And you'll see later on in this, there's a couple instances that I included in the compilation. Uh, I'm sure there's others just like in the full VOD, but where like I would get hit and I would have uh like zero point 0.1 millimeter like bar health. It was just like insane. I would get very lucky, but it's just another reason why I was happy to get it. So yeah, Iron Golem, we pretty much have destroyed every boss before this point. Um, I don't think I've missed any, so. And one thing that was quite frustrating with the daggers only run was I wasn't able to stagger him at all. In this one, I was able to stagger, but I just one kicked there on accident. I probably, if I didn't kick, I would have been able to, but yeah, I don't really, not too sure. I think I just messed up quite badly. So yeah, I ended up actually staggering him again, but of course he's not facing off the bridge. But no worries. Kill is a kill. And on to the best place in DS1 and possibly one of the worst. Yeah, I go up and I start to upgrade my weapon a little bit right before ONS. And yeah, I got a pretty decent damage now, and we're gonna head on into the boss fight. Probably one of the toughest challenges of this challenge run. ONS's challenge in itself. So yeah, I had a bunch of uh, times where I went in and just got absolutely wrecked. It's tough, you can get comboed super easily. But like also there's just a lot of things that you can't really take into account sometimes. But yeah, each time I got a bit closer and closer until eventually I got a really good run, and yeah, here it is. So yeah, I wasn't sure at first if the fire poison resin was going to be better, but I think at the end it was just the fire that's better. Um, they probably can get poisoned, but I just didn't get enough hits in. Yeah, I'm just trying to take it really slow. Make sure I'm watching both of their movements. And I mentioned that I really don't like to lock on to bosses just because, or at least in DS1 and Demon Souls, just because they can be really, really bad and destroy your movement. Yeah, just get a few hits in, run away, rinse, repeat. Yeah, sometimes Ornstein can be a bit glitchy. He'll just go into his supersonic dash, but it'll be like very delayed. Yeah, I figured right here we're just gonna go all the way in. Even if I get hit by Smo, hopefully it just won't kill me. And yeah, Ornstein goes down onto phase 2. Yeah, it's definitely a tough boss fight. Even second phase, when it's just one of them, still get like one-shotted. But yeah, I had a ton of flasks left over, so I was pretty confident. Just needed to make sure I don't get hit and time my rolls. You can see a few times too, I accidentally hit his hammer instead of hitting his body. Just the way that he like holds it, it sometimes blocks my attack. Yeah, I get him halfway, and I don't know if you saw there, but there was a nice bleed proc. Kind of sucks. Doesn't tell you how much damage the bleed proc does. Not like Elden Ring, but I mean, I'm just happy it's not Demon Souls bleed. It's like the worst status effect. Yeah, Ornstein's weaker to physical damage, so it's just very simple. Definitely better than Super, or it's Super Smos, yeah, super weak to physical, and Super Ornstein's like kind of has pretty high defense for everything. Yeah, we make our way into Guinevere's chamber. We're gonna talk to her, acquire the Lord Vessel. That's one thing that DS1 I think does really well is rewards you uh, for killing all the bosses. You don't get the fast travel option right from the get-go. I think it would have been interesting in Elden Ring if they did something like that. Like maybe after you killed Margit, instead of the talisman slot. I don't know. Would have been interesting. Yeah, on to my next, the next boss and my favorite is Gwendolyn. He's the one that um, pretty much is like controlling an Orlando and is like you got like this whole facade and illusion around. Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna be uh like, taking it slow as always, but I'm just gonna be waiting for certain attacks and then running. Because if you do that, you'll maximize your damage and not die. Hopefully, that attack is usually just the bow one. The bow one takes a long time for him to like switch back to his staff or whatever. You can usually get 2 or 3 hits in. You can see right here. Usually we'll do 2 or 3 like bow rounds. Then I was like, all right, I gotta take cover. Waiting for him to do it again. Once he goes up, know it's time. Going, get the last few hits. Pretty easy. Yeah, one of the few bosses that actually talks in Dark Souls 1, which yeah, it's definitely helpful for like lore reasons and stuff, but I don't know, just a little special treat for the fans. He's also like kind of locked away a little bit. Down to Priscilla now, and I got the doll from when I went back to the undead asylum at the beginning. So, um, yeah, unfortunately, I only had 2 heals, and um, I know that she does bleed damage. So I just was a bit worried because my health could easily go down. But yeah, right as I saw that health bar and how much damage I did, I was like, all right, this should be pretty simple. Definitely a bit easier than the daggers I fought her. And like I get her out of the invisibility too. Yeah, just take it slow usually with her. Um it's like 2 hits and then like dodge away or just block. Usually can't keep up if you do that. Yeah, she goes down. I did use my heals, the very last of them, but able to kill her, so all good. All good. Yeah, we're heading now towards the boss I hate the most in all the From Software games. But we got two fun bosses before it at least, which is the Demon Fire Sage and the Centipede Demon. These both have very weak resistance to bleed. You can just usually keep proccing it over and over. Yeah, the Demon Fire Sage goes down. Probably the like strongest of the demons actually. I guess lore wise. Yeah, onto Centipede Demon. And he can just be quite frustrating just because you have to make it over to his plaque or his like area to fight him, and running through the lava and then dodging his attacks can be quite challenging. Luckily I was able to get through and buff up a little bit, and I start wailing on him. Like most bosses in DS1, their attacks are uh, very telegraphed. You can tell exactly what they're gonna do. That's like maybe some late game bosses where their attacks are pretty quick. I think Gwen can be, he has very quick attacks. It's a bit hard sometimes. Yeah, another demon down. And yeah, on to the Beta Chaos. And yeah, I'm not gonna show the whole fight. Or, like, pretty much what I do is I'll just go for one of the sides and then I'll back out. Or go to the title, then I'll go back in just so I spawn at the top, so I'm not running around the whole side again. Because yeah, this boss, I don't know how it got greenlit, but definitely, I mean, there's a bit of skill to it. I'll say that. Um, just like Dragon God and Demon Souls, there's definitely skill when you in Dear God. Yeah, that's what I was saying before with the mask. It saved me a few times in the run. Especially here, I would have been so pissed if I died. But yeah, there's definitely some bosses that I just do not want to give the time towards. Much rather, struggle with another boss and have to get a lot better than Beta Chaos. Beta Chaos just haunts me in my dreams. I wake up from the nightmare of having to destroy like 99 of those things. Yeah, we're gonna go down to Seath's now. I went through his like laboratory, and we're down in the Crystal Caves. And yeah, at first I fought him and I didn't have any humanity, so the curse just built up very fast. And yeah, if you don't know, if you use more than I think 10 humanity, then you gain like a curse resistance and I think damage resistance to um, different status effects, physical damage, I believe. But I could be wrong on that. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna lure Seath over here because right as I destroy his crystal, it'll actually let me uh, damage him without him restoring health, and he gets staggered. Seath is weak to physical damage. Definitely very different from the fists only, where I was doing 25 damage, I think, with the like the best buff for the fists. Yeah, showing like some clips are very close to death. Like right here, I got way too close to comfort and Seath did his massive AoE attack. Yeah, he eventually goes down. Last few hits. We're making really good progress in this run. We got really good loot, and our damage is only going to get better from here. It's not going to be, a massive game changer like upgrading, uh, my levels and stuff, but okay, I'm going to head down into the catacombs. We're going to be going once again, this time to get to Nito. Um, yeah, the area with the skeletons that wheel around are very, very annoying. I don't know why there's like 20 there, but yeah, they must have a high kill rate when people go down. Love to know the stats on that. Yeah, once we get down to Nito, we got the Divine Club, so this is gonna help me full kill the skeletons instead of them resurrecting. And because it can be like really tough when they resurrect. You don't want to have to focus on 4 enemies instead of just one. It's much easier. One. And yeah, at first when I ran down here, I fortunately got the Nito combo where he just keeps plunging into the ground. So it's like, all right, let's just back out, go back down, and then hopefully he won't do it right away. He'll just walk over, and he did. So, yeah, skeletons are going to come over, and I'm just going to kill them one by one. And I'm doing pretty good damage, 3 hit for them. And yeah, pretty simple for them, so just on to Nito now. And I want to test the damage real quick between the Divine and then my other club. It's, like 65 and then 93, so like, alright, we'll do the regular club. And then I can get even more damage with the fire buff, so why not? And yeah, that grab attack that he does lingers for a really long time. I didn't play it the best there. I should have stayed away for a bit longer just so I didn't get hit by the lingering damage. Yeah, once again, just taking it nice and easy, not trying to get too caught off guard. And I'm also trying not to bait the other big skeletons because there's like 6 skeletons in this room. And the smaller ones will always aggro to you, but the big ones are like in the back. Yeah, he's like 3 hits away in the last, or 4 hits, I guess. Just getting the last ones. Not want to get caught off guard with this last hit. Yeah, this mask has been a major help. I'm so happy I got the Mask of the Mother instead of like the father or the child. That slight HP definitely helps. It definitely helps. But yeah, with the Bed of Chaos down, Seath, and then Nito, we're gonna head on into the Abyss. But before we do that, we gotta get the ring. And definitely did not heal at the best times there. Yeah, Sif is not the worst boss, but just very agile and can catch you off guard sometimes. So you just always want to be careful. Luckily, Sif can be bled, so helps us. Something in our favor. And yeah, there's a lot of attacks that you can block, but there's definitely some that are a bit janky, or just like I don't have the stamina for both blocks. Yeah, eventually, I'm looking really, really good. I still have a decent bit of heals, even though I'm getting hit like nearly every second. And yeah, it's pretty cool though. If you look at Sif and like Red Wolf of Radagon, they have very similar move sets, especially once they go side to side and then they do that like jump down attack. Pretty pretty interesting seeing that. Must have definitely used some like some coding from the first one and just like move sets and just like enhanced it and brought it to the new game. Yeah, on to Four Kings. I went and infused my weapon, or I bought another club and then upgraded it and then infused it, so it's now lightning damage. And lightning damage is very good for Four Kings because they're weak to it. Could have also just done like the fire buff, just kept doing it that way. Might have gotten a bit more damage, but figured this will be the best way. And so yeah, I went into the Four Kings a bunch of times and I was just dying over and over. So I figured why not let's juggernaut this and just see if it works. And yeah, it went pretty well. And I honestly thought about I could have probably done this for some of the other bosses. Maybe even ONS would have been easier this way, but Four Kings have like a very exploitable moveset. Yeah, I'm just gonna be healing and then just getting a few hits and trying to take them out as quickly as possible because I mean, it doesn't really matter if there's more than one because there's pretty much only one that can be on you at a time. But still, I just don't want to take the chance with another one. And yeah, you can see like if I do get hit, depending on like the attack, like I'm just barely taking damage, so it's just not too much of a worry for me. If I wanted to even like further my damage, I could have gone some green herb for the increased stamina on top of the grass crest shield. Yeah, the last king decides to give me a nice hug, or we say our final goodbyes. Just really love the fight. I loved it when I went into his boss fight like 10 plus times. But yeah, Four Kings go down. Definitely one of the annoying bosses of the run. Him and or them and ONS are quite annoying, but you know they're always a fun fight. It's always nice to have a challenge. Yeah, we are now on the final boss. Come so far, journeyed into the land, and we gotta link the fire or end the cycle. The choices are, you know, they affect the whole world in a catastrophic way. We gotta weigh our choices, but yeah, with Gwyn, kind of similar to Four Kings, or I mean, pretty much every boss, you know, has a weakness, but kind of funny that Gwyn's is fire, even though he's like the Lord of Fire, so it's like it's just kind of weird. Um, Seems like very redundant, but yeah, I've got uh the Leo ring that's gonna give me extra damage, and yeah, just pretty much do the Estus parry sequence. You'll usually like 90% of the time just do the slow attack. And yeah, he'll occasionally do a grab, but you can just reset it. And like, if you always miss the first one, he's got the second one. That one's always slow, I think. Unless he's just like doing the pass combo the entire time. Yeah, besides the like first attack that he did, I would say it's a pretty clean fight for the most part. I did get hit a few times, but I'm not the best at parrying. Yeah, Soul level 1 Dark Souls is complete. And yeah, it was a very fun journey, a tough one for sure. Yeah, definitely eye-opening once you play and like do challenge runs. Uh, you fight bosses in like different ways, and it really makes you think. So yeah, we're gonna link the fire this time. Most of the time, I'm always gonna do the dark ending. It's just way cooler. Yeah, we're gonna inherit the flame, set it ablaze. Yeah, if you guys enjoy challenge run videos or just my videos in general, please like and subscribe. It would really help to support me, and expect more videos in the future, uh, like some Elden Ring, Tomb Raider, and Saw. So, thank you guys again. Have a fantastic day, and Skilled Fawn out.